Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about the new college football playoff. They have 12 teams now instead of 4. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. Going for 4,000 subscribers, and Rob really wants 4,000, and Rob gets what he wants. So don't get him upset. Please subscribe. So this year, there's going to be 12 teams in the college football playoffs. There used to be 4. Before that, there was 2. Before that, there was none. Let's go over the new format first, then talk about the history of it and our feelings about what they've done in the past. So right now, the way it works is the top 5 highest rated conference champions will automatically get in. Then the next 7 highest rated teams will get in. That gives you the 12 teams. They will be ranked according to the committee, just like they were before, who chose the top 4 teams. So that's how it's going to go. So in other words, you could be not ranked in the top 12 and still make the playoffs if you're one of the conference champions that aren't ranked in the top 12. Mm-hmm. So last year, what would happen is there's this team called Liberty, who was ranked 23rd in the nation. Their conference was Conference USA called. They would have got in, and the 12th ranked team, which was Oklahoma, would not have got in. Other than that, the same 11 teams would have been in last year. Mm-hmm. The seeding would have been the same too, because how the seeding is the top 4 conference championships, the highest rated ones, they all get a bye, and they're seeded 1 through 4. Last year, it would have been, there were 4 different conferences that were ranked in the top 4. So that wouldn't have been changed at all. This year it would have changed because Texas changed from the Pac-12 to the SEC. So it would have been different if they were in a different conference last year. But anyways, so even if you're in the top 4, it doesn't mean automatically you're going to be the number 1 seed. You have to be a conference champion and one of the top 4 highest seeded conference champions to get a bye. Right. So the way it's going to work is those teams get the bye, and then the teams 5 through 12. And again, that won't be the 12th ranked team in the country. It could be someone ranked lower than that if they were conference champion, like the 5th conference champion. So 12 will play 5, and so on, boom, 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 8 versus 9. And then there's no reseeding. So the 8 versus 9 winner will go against 1, just like it is in most of the brackets where it goes 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5, that type of format.
Right.
So what they're starting out with New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So they're going to have 1 game on New Year's Eve and then 3 games on New Year's Day. And then about 10 days later, they're going to play like Thursday and Friday night. And then about 10 days after that, they're going to play on a Monday night. And that'll be the finals. So, so they're going to, oh, wait, did I miss a round? No, I missed a round. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I missed a round. They're going to play. Let me just go through the dates. Format. I'm sorry, I should have had that playoff format.
Oh,
so the first round is going to be on December 20th, Friday night, and December 21st. There'll be 3 games on Saturday. That's going to be the teams 5 through 12. And then the winners will play the top 4 seeds, and that's going to be on New Year's Eve, 1 game at 7:30 Eastern time, and then 3 games at 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8:45 on New Year's Day. So that's going to be it's going to be the quarterfinals. The semifinals will be January 9th and 10th on Thursday night and Friday night at 7:30. And then championship game will be Monday night, January 20th. So that's how it's going to set up. I don't know why they didn't do this a long time ago. And we're going to discuss that now. I think 12 teams is too many. I always wanted 8. But they did this to try to give certain teams that never get in a chance to win. Like, that's what they said anyways.
Yeah, that's what they said. I mean, 12 teams I think is a little bit too much. I agree with you. 8 should be enough. And then like we can discuss, that 12th team, does it really have a chance to win the national championship? You think they're going to beat the number for the 1, 2, 4. I don't think so.
No, we'll find out. 10 years from now, it will be interesting to see if any team like ranked out of the top 5 or so, wins the national championship or not. But I always maintain that 2 was obviously too few because these teams don't play each other much. So it's really hard to tell who's really better than another team just based upon how they do. And it's not even fair, because some games, let's say you play against the best team in your conference in an away game and you lose a 3-point game. That's such an important factor in terms of how they're ranked because that's a loss. So it's really tough to tell. So I always thought 2 was too few. And the 5th ranked team in the country could be the best team in the country. They could have lost an away game against a really good team in their conference. That was early in the season. That became the only loss. But a team ranked 9th or lower, very unlikely to be the best team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like basketball where we have the March Madness and the team comes in and they can shoot the threes and something happens like that. Football is a little different. It's a little bit different than that. I mean, it's obviously that that's why they have the best SEC, and the Big Ten. They have the best teams, and then you get some big team from another conference, though their schedule, has not played anybody that caliber.
Right. So if you don't know, what traditionally happened is they just got ranked by AP sports writers, and they didn't play each other at the end of the year. Just had a bunch of bowl games that had to do with what conference they were in and who had money and stuff like that. And the bowl games didn't mean anything except for the fact they were playing another game. And if they blew the bowl game, it could ruin their number 1 seed or anything like that. But generally, it wasn't that exciting because the bowl games didn't have much significance because they weren't playing head to head. So they decided to put the top 2 seeds playing against each other for a number of years. And that wasn't very satisfying because, again, if you're ranked 3rd in the country, there's still a chance that you're the best team in the country. So then they went to 4, which was obviously a lot better than 0 or 2. And that worked pretty well. I didn't have a problem with 4, but I thought 8 was always ideal. And I don't know, Rob and I were born in like 58 and 59. And we like football, and we missed out on a lot of great, not we, but everybody missed out on a lot of great potential college playoff games that should have existed since a long time ago, since the 50s or 60s. They should have figured out to put an 8-team playoff in place, and that would have been 7 great playoff games or potentially great playoff games every year instead of meaningless bowl games or 1 championship game. And it's too bad it took them so long to do this, Rob.
Well, now the bowl games don't even matter now because if you're going to be in the NFL draft, a lot of players are opting out not to play in the bowl games. So sometimes the best player is not even playing in those bowl games.
Right. Well, I can't figure out why it took them so long to do this because these games are going to get higher ratings, and that's more money for them. People are worried about the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. It's like, look, you could just use them for the semifinals, the finals, and just rotate, which is exactly what they're doing. Right. So that excuse was never ranked true to me, that they were worried about losing money in the bowl games. So I don't understand why it took so long. The NCAA is such a poorly run organization, and this is just part of it.
Well, and it's all regional. Just look at the Cotton Bowl. Who's always in the Cotton Bowl? It was always Texas, always in the Cotton Bowl. So it's like Cotton Bowl. It was Texas and some other team that they threw in there against Texas.
But it didn't need to be. You could have it be a playoff game for the Cotton Bowl. You didn't lose the rights to a good matchup.
Right.
So for some reason they resist. In fact, I remember watching the sports reporters, and they used to argue about this constantly when they only had like 2 teams that were making it. And John Saunders liked it. And he was a great host, but he was completely wrong in this because he said, well, then the regular season games are more important. I go, no, they're only more important for the teams that are like in the top 5. What about all the teams that were ranked between 5th and 15th? All their games now are important because they have to win them in order to get in the top 12, or let's say let's say it's what I think it should have been, the top 8. That means anyone saying they're ranked in the top 12, all those games were important.
Right.
All the games that those teams play were important. So it was completely wrong. He was just wrong on this. And so now the regular season games are important. Like more teams, their games are important, even though they're a little bit less significant because they could lose and still get in to the top 12.
Right. This yesterday, Florida State played against Georgia Tech. Florida State was ranked number 10, and Georgia Tech beat them. Yeah. Now what's going to happen?
Well, we'll see. we'll see when they end the regular season. They only have to be in the top 11 or so. Like I said, if you're top 12 doesn't automatically get you in. If there's a conference champion that is ranked lower than 12, you're not getting in if you're 12.
Right.
But that's probably only going to happen with one team. So if you're ranked in the top 11, you're getting in, it looks like.
Right.
That's the way it looks like with the format. It's because the big conferences, the champions of the big conferences are all going to be ranked in the top 12. It's just
Right, because the SEC has two. They have the different divisions who win even the divisions in the SEC.
Yeah, but it's still only going to be one winner. Only one
Right.
person getting in.
But I mean, that loser of that was definitely get in. That just
Oh yeah, well, the way how the quality of the play right now for that division, correct. They're going to get in, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter. So, anyways, it's better than before. I think 4 was too few, although it was certainly a lot better than none or 2. And I thought 8 was always ideal. But I'm not going to lose sleep over the fact that it's 12. If they're good match, I'm interested to see if any lower ranked teams ever win this championship or not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Rob Gregna's like, yeah, if a team ranked 9 through 12 wins, then you can say, all right, maybe they should have had that. But if they never win it, they're saying, well, you should have just had 8 teams.
I mean, if the Liberty were playing Georgia, I'm sorry, I'm betting the house on that one. Sorry.
Well, the thing is, Rob, what are the chances are so slim because not only do they have to, even though it's single elimination, which gives them a better chance, they got to win 4 straight if they're not one of the top 4 conferences.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's a lot to beat teams that are better than you, or just beat really good teams 4 straight. I don't think that's ever going to happen. We'll see. Yeah. Well, 10 years from now, we'll look back, and 20 years from now, we'll look back and see what were the rankings of the teams that win the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
See if they're ever ranked out of the top 8,
right,
or even out of the top 4. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say top 4. Yeah.
So we'll find out. But I always thought 8 was ideal, so it wouldn't show that I was wrong if the 8th seed gets it, because I thought they should have a shot, because these teams don't play each other enough during the regular season, because they play almost all conference games except for a few.
Right.
So it's hard to just say, oh, this team's better than this team by looking at that. So anyways, that's the new format. A lot better than before, and we'll see. You got a lot of games. You have 11 games now. I thought 7 would have been great, but we got 11 games now, and you got something to do on New Year's Day that's meaningful. All right. So I'd like to hear what your comments are below. What you thought would be the ideal format. Again, I think if you're not ranked in the top 8, you weren't going to win it anyways, but we'll see what happens. So join us tomorrow for Indiana Fever versus the Atlanta Dream and Caitlin Clark. It's 7:30 on NBA TV. That's Monday night. And so our live show is normally Mondays from 6 to 8. I'll go live from 6 to 7:30 and then switch to the game. So you can do that. Then following Monday, we will not be doing, because that's Labor Day. We don't do major holidays. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's free. No credit card, no credit check. Just hit that notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next videos. We're looking for 4,000, and we need your help. If you like this new format, that's a good reason just to subscribe right there.
Yeah.
If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats and super thanks down below. And there's also a link to PayPal. We do football and basketball videos if you're new to this channel. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.